Hey everybody, Win here, off the cuff. Just want to touch base. Um, how are you, everybody? So, um, just been thinking about different things. So, like I kind of mentioned before, uh, right now, my two daughters are not living with me. We have dual custody, but it's been kind of a difficult transition for the girls. 16 and 12 just turned 16 in December, just turned 12 in October. So, and now is January. For people don't know what month is, when month, just to keep everybody in, you know. Um, and so the point is, what I'm just talking because it kind of, maybe it'll help you, maybe, hopefully it'll help me. But yeah, just it's a little bit difficult because the transition was, that's, I moved here about 6 months, and they should have, you know, been living with me as well. But it's been difficult, and like I said, I don't want to get into all this stuff, but I'm just trying to speak. Uh, but it's been difficult because I guess part of it is accepting what's going on, that this is real. You know, um, so yeah. So when I'm just talking as things hit my mind. Um, when I remember when uh, we were first expecting our first daughter, and I thought in my head, it's weird. I mean, first of all, I love children. I love kids. I always have. But I remember thinking, in a weird way, it's just an idea that I just had. Like, it feels like once you have a child, your life goes by quicker. In that, for me, I thought my logic was that because they grow up and you check your time span, your lifespan connected to theirs. So like, as opposed to you just living your life and you're 20, you're 21, you're 25, you're 29, you're 30. You obviously the big milestone 30, whatever, blah blah blah, 2021. But I'm just saying, but you don't really think about it. But when you have a child, you see them, they get bigger, and you're like, dang. So you start to realize your years are going by quicker. To me, that's what I thought, and kind of in a way. I mean, I don't really consciously think about it like that now, but when you look at it, and kind of like in retrospect, or if you look at them, you're thinking, wow. And then you just see them older, or my brothers. We all had children around the same time, so I see their kids, and I'm like, wow, they're this age. What? I mean, it's weird. I remember when I was younger, athletes used to look like big men to me. Now they look like kids to me as you get older. It's just weird. And it gets scary as you start thinking, what? Politicians? Well, a lot of them seem a lot older than me still, but you start thinking, what? Now a lot of these politicians are younger, or I don't think of them like as a kid or whatever, younger. You think of people in certain, uh, you know, you think of them as older, and then as you get older, you're like, whoa, that was actually a young age. Athletes young, you know. Uh, so anyway, well, I'm just rambling, but just thoughts as I'm just talking, as thoughts come to my head. But so that's just different things. I remember being excited when my sister was born. She is 15 years younger than me. My eldest brother is 5 years older than me, so 20 years. Biggest gap between her and my oldest brother is 20 years. And then I have three brothers, so my second brother, older than me, I have two older brothers, uh, like 17 and a half years difference between him and her, and me 15 years, and my younger brother is 9 months, 11 months younger than me. So he was born in November, and I was born in the year before December. So I remember him, just the vaguest memories of my mom putting him in the crib next to me. I'm thinking, what? youngin like next to me, just like the weirdest kind of faint memories that I have. Um, so yeah, but like I'm just gonna taking you on a journey of my thought process. So, but no, I remember my sister being born and me being so happy just because I always liked babies, always liked kids, children. Um, Another tangent I remember when my cousin was born, and I was probably at 10 at the time. I was so excited, like because my aunt brought him over to my grandparents' house where we all were just like a family reunion, and I remember seeing a baby. Maybe that might have been the first time I ever saw a baby. Maybe, I don't know. But I was so excited. I was like, wow, look, baby, and how small and innocent and blah blah blah. So I remember this wanting to like cuddle it, kind of. Obviously, I'm a little kid, so they're being careful and just like touching. But I remember the thought. Really, I'm thinking. I remember when we got home with my mom, and she called my aunt later just that day, or maybe I made her call. I don't remember. All I know is I wanted her to say that I would babysit for my cousin, and now he's a doctor, a neurosurgeon, by the way. um, and so um, it's crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, just weird thoughts that just pop into one's head, and I haven't posted just being sitting here being talking and just talking about stuff, but yeah, the reason I'm just saying because I miss my girls and would love to have them here with me. Um, and I do things. So, I can see them, I hang out, but it's just gotten kind of like because I'm not with them all the time. And again, we were very close, you know, very close. Just fun little memories and stories. Like I said, I'm going on a tangent, trying to tell you stuff, and also trying not to tell you too much stuff. At least not yet, not today. But but if you want to hear some stuff now, but I remember just memories about them, and my girls now. Um, you know, my my firstborn. I remember like just fun memories with it. Like we lived in Manhattan for a bit, and then we moved somewhere else. I remember the place where we moved uh, was a rental house, and so cute memories of her just being a baby and putting like Tupperware as a hat in her head. Like I remember there's a picture I have of her going in the dishwasher, the dishwasher, and putting some of the Tupperware in her head. I saw her little baby slipper the other day. That was super cute. Her fit was so small once. And remember my two daughters, like the other one was born 4 years after her. And I remember how they first communicated. Well, my older daughter could talk. She's 4 years old, but the other one she was born. Well, put it this way: when she was about not a year, but like she was in the stroller, not stroller, the thing where you sit in there and you can kind of walk. There's a little tray. I forget what you call that. I remember, she'd follow her sister, but then when they talked, she couldn't talk, but they would like go just like see if she could just go ah. My younger daughter, so that's how my older daughter would talk to her. They would just go ah ah. It was so cute. Um, yeah, just fun memories, man. We got a big dog once, and it was we don't know what it was, but they think it was like Mastiff. Um, it looked like an Irish Wolfhound kind of, but they said they believe it was a Mastiff and something furry. It looked like a lion, basically. It was super cute though, really good, you know, good, like just a nice mild personality. But I remember the first time we got it, my eldest daughter, again, I'm not saying names because they saw a video and they're like, don't mention her names. And if you see the picture on one of my videos with me holding them, they're like, no faces. So I had to put a smiley face over it. So anyway, she's like, the next day, the morning, first thing she said as I got her up, they're like, where's the big dog? Or something like that, big dog. And then, you know, the dog had a name. I'm trying to be a little incognito here, so I'm not giving too much names or things like that. But yeah, so it's good memories, man, and it's kind of nice talking about it. So thank you guys for letting me talk about it. Um, but what else? Yeah. Oh, so I was thinking about my sister before, like just her being born. I remember just being so excited. I believe I was the first sibling to actually physically see her. We didn't go to the hospital when she was born. We waited till my mom got back home. And I remember coming home from school that day, and I usually went to school, I think, it might have been, I think, I was 15, so, you know, it's called junior high school where I went. I know they call it middle school now, or maybe at different places they call it middle school, and other places call it junior high school, but I think my younger brother was in a different school then, but no, I might have been in the same school. The point I'm saying is because I remember I got home before anybody did, and I went into my mom's bedroom and I saw this little cute little brown midget in a diaper like bigger than herself. Their legs just looking like a little chicken. They're looking so small, and just thinking, wow. I love babies. Like, wow, there she goes. Look at that. I'm so excited, man. And yeah, man. I mean, you know, all of us were thought we kind of, I guess, in a way, kind of good, kind of bad. You know, being because she basically had four older brothers, four dads, kind of. You know, but we all were cool enough. You know, also by the time she got interested in the opposite sex or whatever. It's like, you know, as she got older, we weren't around really anyway by that time. We were around, but like, you know, living in different houses and things. And so she did what she did, and you know, but anyway, but yeah, that was cool. You know, when I remember my younger brother, we kind of like break dancing and pretty good at it. I remember we had like linoleum, but a piece of linoleum that I bought so that we could practice breakdancing. But we didn't have really space in the house, so we would put it outside in the backyard, which wasn't big either. And we put cardboard first on the floor, and you could do that on just breakdancing on cardboard. But we had the cardboard to give a little bit of a of a buffer between the earth because it was like a grass, but it was actually like grass. It wasn't really grass. It was more like soil and like stones underneath, so it was like not most comfortable. And you know, you couldn't get every stone away, so we just put the cardboard down and we put the linoleum on top of that, and we practice our moves. My brother Brian was doing windmills, yeah. And my sister, I don't know how like it got all mixed up. She was like crawling, or she went or crawling. Maybe she was outside with us, or she crawled on the linoleum, and he was doing the windmills, and he knocked her a little bit with it, and she, you know, got toppled to the side a little. She probably was about like not even two. Started crying, and he looked so guilty. You know that what he did. Like he was like, "Oh my God, you think she'll, you know, like really like I don't know, it's not hate me or whatever, but like you think she'll like, do you think everything's okay?" I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, yes, it's that she got knocked by her, but you know, don't worry, everything's fine. But how guilty he felt by with that accident. Um, yeah, man. You know, just tell you some war stories. I'm just saying, like, then my older brother. I said Brian. I already told you that name because I said that in my other video. But my older brother, we call him O. I have two older brothers. The other one's T. Um, O considered himself to be a Casanova, and he was a young lad, and we kind of looked up to him. He conned us all the time. One time we had eggs, fried eggs, and bacon, and I was a young kid, and he was like, "Hey, take the cooked edge of the fried egg tastes better than the bacon." And he conned me to switch my bacon pieces for the little fried edges of the egg. He did a lot of things like that. But what was I saying? Casanova, oh, right. So he, we, there's a slightly older woman, 10 years older maybe. At least maybe was 18. That we knew from the neighborhood, but it was, did she go to like, I don't know if she went to like, we're not, I'm at least now, I'm not religious or anything, but my parents were more so, and so we'd go to church on the weekends. And I know she did not go to the church with us, but I'm saying she would. We did also. We did like we did martial arts for many years. Me and my brothers, and so we started a martial arts practice for the younger students, younger kids of the church, and um, so we taught them a mixture of what we learned. We learned three different things over the many years as kids. We did started with Taekwondo, got our black belts in there, second degree, all of us eventually. Um, we did the Filipino stick fighting martial arts called Arnis, Arnis, and we did that for many years. There was a lot of war stories with that. Crazy, man. People we trained with, they used to like we'd stay over at the martial arts center and like sleep on the mats. And then at the night, in the evening, like we do things where like it was a competition, and like the guy who was like running the Arnis studio, it was actually a Taekwondo studio, but we did both over there. He used to like throw the stars at the older ones. That was we were all younger, my brothers and I. So he threw it at like them. They had to dodge, and he like had a big bat with like nails. He somehow hammered through it, so it had nails sticking out of it. He did not hit people with that, but intimidated, crazy stuff. And we had to do like hang from a bar in an L position with our feet up, and then he would take his hand and smack us on the stomach, and like and that happened to me and to all of us and to them, and to get our stomachs strong and stuff. And yeah, it did. It worked. But we did harness, we did martial arts, and taekwondo, um, um, and then we mixed that up with like just like exercise, and it was like a physical fitness center that we did. And we had a lot of pretty good bunch of students. I remember one time we even considered hiring people. So weird to like put help wanted that out, but wasn't there because I was too shy. But my brother Oliver, okay, well you heard his name, did it. Anyway. So he's the one that, you know, Casanova, uh, uh, you know, uh, started dating that woman. My mom was not happy with that. My dad wasn't either, but my mom was more vocal about that, verbal about it. But I dated for a while, man. I don't think maybe he was like, just getting maybe he was 19 or 20. I don't remember. I think it's like kind of foggy. I don't remember. But he was young. We was like at least 7 years younger than her. I think. You know, she had a son, and so that was crazy. He was about the same age as my sister, so they would kind of chill. Like play together sometimes and stuff. But I'm just rambling. So, yeah, I miss my girls. You know, I would like to have them here with me. Maybe if anybody has any suggestions what I can do. I mean, I've tried different things, but you can put it in the comments. But I don't know. Like I said, we get together. It's like that's the thing. I also feel like, you know, it's like it's difficult. Okay. Also, like it's been difficult for them and I think the whole COVID-19 kind of hurt a lot of people too. And I know a lot of people actually myself now. Like my both my brothers too. They have one of them is dating women. Her son is not really going to school. And what I'm trying to say is my two daughters, like my first older one, like 2 years ago, like stop like that did not want to go to school as often, and now we tried so many different things, like I said, and now like kind of for the first time my younger daughter is doing that, and then so like, and I think it's partially, I don't know, partially all this the craziness. Like I said, it's traumatic. I know for kids, like divorce, no matter what, even if you try to keep it cool, it's still a traumatic event for them. So of course, so I'm just trying to, anybody can figure out. I just want to have them here. Like I said, they haven't even had a sleepover. I'm trying to do that too. I also, yeah, I have a large studio, but it's a large studio. And they, with their mom, they live in that house right now. So, they're that age too, where they would be, the way I have it set up, they'd be in one part of this place, the space, and I would be in another part. But so it's not that private. I get it. So, but oh, and then another brother, he, I think his kids are, I don't know, a little bit about going to school too. I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to start saying stuff that I'm not sure about. But I just know, I've heard too. Speaking with the, my daughter's therapist and um, the people at school, the counselors, and you know, they also say, yeah, it's a big thing that's been occurring now. So that's it. I'm gonna sign off for now. Y'all, let me know what you think if you want to add, contribute. But appreciate your time. I'll talk to you again all soon. And you know what time it is. It's ciao, bye.